Gaming isn't just entertainment, it's a world of connection and experiences, and these experiences shape us in ways far beyond the game. Hey everybody, my name's Kyrie Caitlin, and in this video we're gonna go on an adventure like none other before, where I step back out into the world and return to gaming IRL. For our first excursion, we went out to Philadelphia the day after my birthday to celebrate. There were some really cool gaming locations I wanted to visit, including a YuGiOh Edison Retro Format tournament at the Philly Game Shop, which was really awesome. We caught the end of it. We met some really friendly players that let me know about the local scene, inviting me to come back in 2 weeks, and they would lend me a deck to participate, as well as a regional. They also hooked me up with some really cool cards. More on that later in the video. The day wasn't over just yet. We had a couple other really cool locations to check out, including the Round 1 Arcade located in the Fashion District Mall, Center City, Philadelphia. This massive arcade occupies the 3rd floor of the mall's building, with so many arcades from rhythm games, arcade games, shooters, fighting games, racing games, you name it. There's a bunch of games here. Look, we played some Minecraft, a little Minecraft dungeon crawler. We checked out House of the Dead, we shot up some zombies for a little bit, and it was a really good time. I had a blast. And with that, we ventured forward, heading on over to Chinatown in Philadelphia. Al wanted to take me to a cool Vietnamese pho restaurant. It's basically Vietnamese ramen. It was absolutely incredible. And with our stomachs stuffed, we headed on back. Going through Chinatown, we have one more cool place to check out. TAP Esports Land Center, a cool esports gaming center where they have a bunch of supercomputers, a bunch of people congregating together, playing together, online, in person. It was really cool to see. I've been to a couple of their tournaments in the past, and I'm looking forward to doing more cool stuff there soon. And with that, our post-birthday trip has concluded. Time to head back and check out the cards we got today at the Philly Game Shop. It really was a beautiful day, going out into the world and just seeing where gaming's at. Still had much to do. We had to unpack these cards. I just got home. My kitty cat came up to me, had to feed him and get going. Goodies from this trip. We got some Frog Hero cards, some Machina Jinzo cards, we got some Minecraft cards from that arcade machine, and Yugi Kaiba official Konami sleeves, which I needed to pick up another package of these so I can have the full 60. Now we have some Yugi Kaiba bling, and I'm really excited to put these on my decks. As we already had them proxied out, I was able to finish them, fully flesh them out, get all of the cards in there so we can piece together these 2 Edison decks that we're right now trying to put together. We had the DD Crow right there that we needed to replace, Machina Fortress, we have Future Fusion. We have a couple of pieces to the puzzle here. We still have much to gather, but it was a very good, solid start, and I was able to deck out everything and finally get everything fully fleshed, side decks and everything included. Our Frog Hero deck's coming together really nicely. We were able to pick up a whole playset of Substitute, get 2 Swap Frogs, a Brain Control. I have a questionable side deck right now, but anything's a start for now. But here we go. We got the Frog Monarch Hero deck. We got a Machina Jinzo Chaos OTK deck, all pieced together, and a very good day. Was able to get it all sleeved up, put it all away, and look forward to being able to play with them in the future. I'm very excited. It was a very awesome, nice little start, and I'm looking forward to fully completing these decks in the near future. I'll share deck lists in the near future as well in a future video, but for now, I'm still trying to finalize the list. I spend the rest of the night hanging out with my boyfriend and cat while watching some silly freestyle videos from Ari at home, and it was just a wonderful way to end the night. And today's a bright new day. With 2 weeks of streaming non-stop grind, it's time to get back into the IRL gaming grind. We had this Edison tournament going down today. I knew I was probably borrowing a Blackwing deck, that's what I asked for, so I spent this morning checking out some awesome YouTube creators on how to play Blackwings.
What's going on, y'all? It's Max with Solo YuGiOh coming at y'all with a little Blackwing tutorial, little Bayou Blackwing tutorial.
These guides helped me out a lot, and I also checked out a bunch of Blackwing deck lists just so I can get an idea of what current meta Blackwings would most likely contain. Then I found this. This guide was incredible.
Welcome back. Today I have a deep dive guide on Blackwings, an Edison Format stable. Now this deck can do everything. It's ultra consistent. You can do combos, controls.
You can check out these awesome guides linked in the description. And with that, our adventure continues forward. We board the train, head on down to the city, and this trip actually has us pass by some well-known national landmarks like the Liberty Bell, Independence Hall, all on my way to a Wawa, which I ate a beautiful, amazing sub past through Independence Square, and next thing you know, we're there. We got there a little early, which gave me time to check out the whole shop. They have all sorts of community events here, all sorts of TCG and other activities. Very good vibes. And I signed up with using a guest account because I couldn't figure out my Konami ID. I met up with Chetty, who was able to refer me to Lewis, who was really cool about it and lent me a Blackwing deck to participate in today's event. I got my tournament packs and got ready to start. It's time to duel, baby. Round 1 start. I had to fight a young Machina Lightsworn player. I started out opening up a Card Trooper Mill 3, set a Jar of Greed, played it pretty safe. He opened up with Machina Fortress and Lightsworn, Lila, popping my back row, chaining Jar of Greed, the draw 1. Very optimal start there. I was able to get some pluses. Fast forward into the duel. I made a Bryanak. He trapped Dust Shooted me. I made an Armed Wing, set 3. He summoned Fortress, and I activated Icarus attack, popping the Fortress and set Raikou with no cards in hand, so no Fortress effect. This was the move that won me this round. I made a Dark End Dragon to send his monsters to the graveyard, pushed for game. Round 2, I set Bayou Icarus attack. I blew up his field, deprisoned his Machina Fortress, went crazy with Blackwings, and took it pretty convincingly. The shop was really popping with all sorts of other activities going on. It was really cool to see. Round 2, we had to go up against Chetty, who invited us to this event, helped me get the Blackwing deck, and lent me the extra deck for today. A very respectable veteran player. I opened Card Trooper, he then made some Miracle Fusion plays, I made some plays that led into this board. He cleared his board, he absolute zeroed my board. I then summoned Kalut and kinda had to poke at him for a little bit, made a Bryanak, was able to clear his field, and then push for game this round off the Bryanak. It was a pretty exciting game 1, let's see how we do game 2. Opened up Card Trooper again, secretly MVP at the tournament, set up a lot of plays in a lot of unexpected ways. Then I had a Blackwing hand that said do a lot of Blackwing things, and I sure did. We had to clear a field with Black Rose Dragon, then I went all in next turn with Armed Wing, Bora, double Kalut, pushed for game. Round 3 versus Gladiator Beasts. Summoned Shura, he bottomlessed it. He summoned a GB, I bottomlessed that. I went in with Gale for a little bit. He was able to get a Gorz off on me after a Heavy Storm play. I went Blizzard into Gale. I then Icarus attacked it. Then I summoned Sirocco, deck debuted him. I was forcing him to set. Went in with Sirocco for a little bit. He cleared it, and then I went Blizzard, Black Whirlwind, a lot of advantage, and I pushed for game. He scooped. I don't have footage of the beginning of game 2, but it led to me getting a Blackwing Armor Master on the field after a Shura Gale play. And then from there, we went blow for blow, card for card for a little bit, until eventually I was in trouble, and he got a Heraclenos 3000 Fusion on the field. I had to read what he did. I went for a do or die play, Shura, Black Whirlwind. I searched Kalut. I attacked over Heraclenos with Kalut, and right here I made an inexperienced misplay which threw away our 2-0 victory. I should have summoned a magical android, and I should not have special summoned the Silverwind. It would have allowed me to live till the next turn, and then I could have summoned Silverwind, push my advantage from there. This brought us into a Game 3 time regulation 4-turn scenario. Neither of us were able to touch each other's life points, so the duel ended up being a draw. So with 2 wins and a tie that was almost a win, we went undefeated in our first YuGiOh Edison tournament in 10 years. I won some packs here. I had a really great time. The shop was really incredible, and I was just really excited to be back involved with the game. It felt like old times all over again, and it was just a magical, special moment that just felt meant to be. I think it was destiny, everybody. After topping the tournament and a little bit of celebration, I got invited to play with a really friendly, cool group of players. Shoutouts to Romero for first talking to me and being really welcoming. Shoutouts to Ariel for inviting me to play with them at the table. And shoutouts to Ronaldo, who I got to play 2 sets against and get some really good practice in with these decks that I never got to use before. We had great combos, getting to know each other, and some really cool duels with a clutch win where I solemn judgmented at 200 life points to win at 100 and come all the way back. And with that, the shop was winding down, the final events were just finishing up, and it was about time for us to start getting out of there. While things were winding down and we were getting our outros going, they let me know about a regional event that was coming up that I should check out if I wanted to pick up some cards, and that I would probably see them there. All in all, it was a really great day where it just felt like a new beginning of a whole new chapter of my life and just a new community to become part of. And I just greatly appreciate the players that really make it what it is. Shoutouts to everybody that I met today. I know the title of this video was going undefeated in a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament, but that's not what this video was about. This video was about the journey and the experience of gaming in real life. The moments that you can take away from it, the friendships and the relations that you build that could last a lifetime. It all means so much to me that it has changed my life in ways unimaginable. And once upon a time, my life was in a dark time, and I met a random friend who just happened to be riding his bike down the street. His name was Schultz. He was a Magic player. He was also into Smash and anime and all sorts of cool stuff. We heard about people going down to our county library to play card games on Wednesdays. At this library, I met people that changed my whole life. There was people playing Smash in the corner. I ended up beating all of them. That's a story for another video. They all played Yu-Gi-Oh. We went home, checked out our Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and we decided to go back. I met a lot of people at that library over the next year or so, being known for the best Smash player in the area. Enter Close Encounters Comics, currently known as Nova Games. This is where everything truly evolved. I came through, I played Yu-Gi-Oh, and afterwards I played Smash Brothers. And this fostered a new beginning where I started hosting events, started doing esports, and my life just kept propelling forward as I moved forward into gaming. Over this time, I've made friendships that lasted a lifetime, and many memories and experiences that have changed me for the greater good. And I can never imagine what my life would have been like if I'd never met my friend, Schultz. He ran Blackwings, everybody. And that is the primary reason why I chose to run Blackwings today, in remembrance of how everything began and how everything moved forward. It was a tribute to him and a tribute to the life that I've committed in gaming.